What's up and what is going on? My name is the highest,
And I'm Joe.
and welcome back to a episode of Cozy Talks. This is our Friday night special where we go over every single one of the fights going to be on the card, and we give you guys one pick for each of the fights, and then we go over some of our bets, some of our parlays that we got going on. I'm excited for this one.
Yeah, I'm
We got
excited too, dude. Watching it
yeah,
live.
we're gonna be there. We're gonna be there in person at Rogers Arena.
Yeah.
Uh, I was just looking at some of the pictures of that place, and that place is pretty fucking huge.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm excited, dude. It's gonna be a fun night, fun weekend. Good to go out and explore the town. I haven't been in Canada in years. Um,
Canada at all.
yeah, well, it'll be fun, dude. With that being said, guys, if you're watching this, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, turn some noties on. We appreciate it. Share the video with a friend. Share it with someone who's in MMA like you. Share it with someone who's going to Vancouver if you know anybody going to Vancouver.
Hell yeah.
Cause yeah, we'll be there, watching it live. So yeah, with that being said, let's hop over to the picks. Quick picks through the fights. We'll just pick a quick fight. We'll spend more time on the props and our stuff later. But right now we'll just kind of speed off through. If you want to get our full breakdowns, go watch our Tuesday episode. We drop those every Tuesday. Those go over all these fights, the predictions, kind of more of the background story on these fighters. If you care about that kind of stuff, this episode, our Fridays are usually more for the degenerates. So uh, so let's just get into it real quick. Melissa Croden versus Tainara Lisboa. My pick is Melissa Croden. She is the underdog.
Yeah. I picked Melissa Croden when we made our first video, and I'm riding with that. She's still the underdog. I love it. I love to see that. So
Yeah.
I got
Uh,
Croden in that fight.
Next one, Azamat Bekoev versus Yusri Belgori. Azamat Bekoev is my pick.
Yeah, I think Azamat Bekoev is just gonna give Yusuri absolute belt the fucking ass. But I do think it could go either way. On the
Yeah.
ground, feet, I think Azamat got it back.
Yeah. Let's see. Next one, Stephanie Luciano versus Ravenna Oliveira. Yeah, my pick is Luciano in this one.
Yeah, I got I don't know who I got in that,
Oops.
honestly.
You don't know who you got? You gotta make a pick, big dog.
I know I
You
do.
gotta make a pick.
Fight going the distance. Fight going the distance.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry. I think it could go either way though.
Yeah. All right, next one. Kyle Preplik, Drew Dober. I mean, the odds are crazy, but yeah, Drew Dober.
Yeah, I mean, I got Dover winning that fight.
I'm drinking a big ass thing of kombucha. Hell yeah. Next one. All right. Moving up to prelim card. We got Danny Barlow versus DeJordan Santos. I said I wasn't gonna make a pick. If you're watching from the Tuesday episode, I said I wasn't gonna make a pick until weigh-ins come in. But we're leaving Friday, so that means I won't be able to get you weigh-in results. So I'm just gonna lean on what I think. Fuck. I think I said to Jordan Santos, and I'm just so hesitant on that pick. This is such a low confidence pick for me, but yeah, I think Santos can get it done if he can get the wrestling going.
No, I agree with you, but I have confidence in it, bro. I can strongly say feel confident in that pick and going with the underdog in this fight. I think the Jordan Santos can get it done.
Yeah. I think if you just read the weights, it's Danny Barlow's debut going up a weight class. He's kind of a knockout artist, so maybe his power translates well, but his frame is kind of my concern. Um, he's got a skinny frame for 170. So I mean, however he fills out to make 185, that's the question. If he's going to come in fat or lean, but we just know him for as being a KO artist. That Jordan Santos kind of has a bit more of a mix. He has decent standing striking, but he kind of works a pretty decent wrestling game as well. So yeah. Moving on, next prelim fight, we get Bruno Silva versus Hyun-Sung Park. My pick is Hyun-Sung Park.
See, I feel like the odds should be a little bit higher for Park,
Yeah,
but
feels
I'm
crazy.
I'm going with Park.
Yeah. Next one, the featured prelim of the night. Got Charles Jourdain versus Davey Grant. This is another one I'm pretty low confident in, as crazy as it may seem. Um, but I am leaning towards the Charles Jourdain.
Yep, I got Charles Jourdain as well.
Moving on, opening up the main card, Kyle Nelson versus Matt Frivola. You and I aren't on the same side of this unless you change your mind. I am on the side of Matt Frivola.
Yeah, I got Kyle Nelson winning this, but honestly, honestly, this is my opinion on this. If you want a safe pick on this fight not going to decision.
Yeah, yeah, we'll look over the odds after the picks, show you what those look like and how we would probably piece them together. Next fight, we got Cody Gibson versus Ara Klang. How do you say it? Cody Gibson's my pick though.
Yeah, as much as I hate betting on a dude who's 38 years old. I mean,
Woof.
Alex Pereira is like 38, but I mean that's Alex Pereira.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got Cody Gibson winning this fight.
Next one. This fight needs to move up the card, bro, and it's not gonna. And it's just so crazy to see it in the spot. I this should have been the co-main. But next fight, Manon Fiorot versus Jasmine Jasavicius. My pick is Jasmine.
Yeah, I got the underdog winning this fight. I got Jazzy winning it.
Yeah. Next fight, Marlon Cheeto Vera versus Eamon Zahabi. My pick is Cheeto.
Give me Cheeto round 3 finish, bro. I see it. I smell it,
Well,
and I think it'll happen.
Eamon Zahabi today in media day was talking about how since Marab's clearing out the division for him, he thinks that if he beats Cheeto, he should be next for a title shot. I'm like,
I did. Yeah,
you're so far from a title shot, bro. Like you got to
but
win like 2 or 3 more fights easily.
100%. I mean, Zahavi, bro. I don't see him like. Just on a little bit of a side note, he would have to fight dudes like Corey Sandhagen.
Sean
He'd have to fight
O'Malley, Piotr
John
Yan,
O'Malley,
Song
Mark,
Yadong.
Leon. Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
I
he's far from it, and he's about to be 38. You know, I mean, yeah, I mean, if they want to expedite him, he needs to be more active. He needs to fight a few times a year. Maybe get one more fight somehow by December, which I don't think is going to happen because
but
yeah,
honestly
the
though,
timeline's getting
he,
kind of short.
he did say in that interview that this is probably going to be his biggest test in this division.
Mhm.
And I mean, like, bro, you faced Jose Aldo.
Yeah, he's
You know what
fighting.
I mean?
He's fighting a Cheeto Vera that literally has been fighting nothing but the contenders or title challengers or yeah, former title holders. Like Cheeto's 32 and he has all that experience, and you're almost 38 and you have fought pickums. I feels like or like you know just like you're getting kind
Yeah, I
of
mean,
the guys that are out of their prime now or
yeah, 100%.
so yeah. Next fight, the actual co-main, get Kevin Holland versus Mike Malott. Uh, Another low confident one. But I'm on the side of Kevin Holland. We've seen him bounce back and forth in these weight classes. Obviously, welterweight is his bread and butter. He fights a lot better here. The D-Rod fight was just a very low IQ fight. I mean, D-Rod just benched him, and it was just pretty plain and simple. Uh, Mike Malott, we saw him lose to Neil Magny 3 fights ago. But he strung off 2, coming off of a KO win over Charles Racky. Charles Racky, I wouldn't rate too high of a win though. We just know Charles Racky is pretty reckless, and he's a brawler. Um, yeah, I don't know. The ground might play out here, and if that's the case, Kevin Holland has like what he has an 8-inch reach on him, and we know he's a great striker. So
And a pretty good grappler as well.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm right there with you though. I'm a little iffy on this fight.
Mhm.
Um, give me Kevin Holland though, bro. Give me Kevin Holland.
Yeah. Next fight, we got the main event. We got Rainer DeRitter versus Brendan Allen. This is a short notice fight. It was originally supposed to be Rainer and Anthony Hernandez. But Anthony Hernandez pulled out for an injury related reasons. So now he gets a short notice. Not really a short notice. I mean, it's not really that short notice, like 2 months or something like that. But my pick is still Rainer DeRitter. I probably would have picked him anyway against Fluffy. It would have been probably just a little more of a low confidence pick against Fluffy, but here it's a high confidence pick. I feel like
Yeah, 100%. I got RDR winning this fight, and I think he could maybe get it done inside the distance.
Yeah, for sure. All right, that's it for our picks. Let's head over to the live odds and let's go over each fight. Find you guys a prop that we like, and maybe we'll piece them together here if we have enough props available. So Melissa Croden, Tynar Lisboa. Melissa Croden as a money line is already a good enough single if you wanted to play a single bet. The over under is 2.5. Both these girls have a lot of finishing ability. They've both only been to a decision like a few times in their caur. I mean, granted, their record is pretty small, uh, or like
The
not a
odds
lot of.
for it.
Uh, oh yeah, Croden was the underdog.
That's crazy.
Oh wow, yeah, you're right. I looked at it. I'm like, no, yeah, it looks right because that's how I view it. I thought Croden should have been the favorite. So
Yeah, 100%. But
if you,
also
if you watch
Lisboa.
Tuesday she was an underdog.
Yeah,
Um, at the time of recording, we haven't looked at the live odds until just now, so we're kind of getting the same reaction as some of you if you're seeing this. Yeah, I mean that's how it should be. That's how it should be in my opinion. I mean, you said Melissa Croden had dude arms. You said she looked big.
she has a lot of finishes. If you
Yeah,
guys, like Joe just talking about,
yeah,
in our Tuesday video, we talked about that. Karodin, she is a finisher.
yeah. I don't really. I don't know. Women's MMA is always just so scary to me. It's two finishers. Turner Lisboa has fought. Uh, she's coming off of a loss to. I mean, I don't know. I look at it and I think Cronin inside the distance is a great play, but I just think the money line is better. Luana Santos, that's what it was. Um, yeah, I think Cronin money line is just gonna be my pick here. I think it's nice and even.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna hopefully whatever. But I'm gonna kind of step back. I know I was just talking about Melissa Cardin. She's a finisher. Blah
Uh
blah blah.
huh.
I do think this fight will go to decision.
So if you like the
As
over, I mean,
much
look at how crazy the over is.
Yeah, as much as I like Croden by decision, and I will, or no, by finish, I will sprinkle a little bit at that because I mean plus 470 knockout TKO for a chick who has multiple finishes underneath her belt. I
Yeah,
mean that's kind of nice to sprinkle on a little bit, but I do feel like it's gonna be a Melissa Croden decision.
yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if Mr. Cronin got the finish here. Um, yeah, I'm just playing it on the money line because I think she's gonna be the bigger, stronger fighter in there. Uh, but Lisboa, she might do enough to just survive. Maybe squeak out a round, or maybe squeak out a round. And so yeah,
Yeah,
I just like the play of Melissa Croden on the money line. Moving on, Osma Bekwa versus Yusri Belgrori. So Yusri Grori, he's like 6'5". He's a tall kickboxer. Trains at Glover Teixeira's gym with Alex Pereira, and that company. Osma Bekwa is just a Russian freak. He's got KO power. He's got strong hands. But he also has a submission game, which we haven't really seen him use too much of. Um, and I think this is kind of the perfect spot for it. You're kind of gonna be at the disadvantage for height and reach. So what way is the best way to deal with that other than find yourself in range? Maybe if you want to work off a counter, let him be aggressive first, or you initiate and then find yourself in a takedown. Uh yeah, I like the Osman Beklev inside the distance 100%. I think that's totally how it's going to play out. Beklev is a really strong prospect, and I think he has a pretty bright future. He's ran through Zach Reese, and he ran through Ryan Loader. Um, I think he's ready to start getting some better names under his belt. So my play would probably be on his submission. So Beklev submission plus 260. Beklev KO is plus 290. Inside the distance. I'll go let's see. Beklev inside distance. Even money. Minus 110, minus 112. Um, however you want to play that. I think I'd probably play this as like a single, I'd throw it on a parlay. Because that's usually what I do is I'll build prelim tickets and I'll build main card tickets. Then I'll kind of like mix and match a few. Um, But yeah, I like the Beku inside distance for sure.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I think it could go either way though, submission or knockout.
Yeah. Yeah, especially if he finds himself on top, like I said, after a takedown, it could go either way. You know, it could be club and sub or ground and pound. I think if he finds himself on top here against a 6'5" guy who you know is probably you know not the cleanest grappler. Um, yeah,
Hey, because I mean, like you look at UFC. How do you explode into the rankings? How do you get your shot quick enough?
finishes.
By finishing dudes in multiple ways, in different ways. Not just having one thing.
Yeah, the
And
one trick pony.
I feel like Bikoyev might choke his ass out, or he might just knock him out. He might just continue knocking dudes out until he gets that shot.
Yeah. Next fight, Rebet Oliveira, Stephanie Luciano. This fight I'm not very confident in whatsoever. I think I would just say fight goes to a decision. You got two girls that are both very young in their career. Ben Oliveira was on a bit of a layoff. Stephanie Luciano, I don't think she's been very active. Before I talk on my ass, let's look to confirm
I
that.
mean, yeah, she just fought Sam Hughes, I think, like 6 months ago.
March, yeah. Before that, in August, the year August of 24. So I mean, yeah, not super active. Before that, she fought in the Contender Series. So yeah, I guess what I said was correct. Um, yeah, I would just say I'm trying to back this out here. I'll just go back. I would just say either play over 2.5. Especially since there is a chance Ren Oliver can pull it off. She is up 2 weight classes, coming down 2 weight classes. So if you're keen on looking at weigh-in results, keep an eye on that because there's a chance this fight might not even happen if she can't cut down to the weight and makes herself too heavy or some shit. Yeah, I think fight going to a decision is the best play here, and it would definitely be a parlay piece at minus 270. It's pretty pricey.
Yeah, I think fight goes a decision. That would be my pick.
Yeah,
Add that to a parlay.
yeah. Next fight, we got the Drew Dober Perpelick fight. Drew Dober is obviously too expensive at minus 530 on a 3-fight losing streak. So we're not even going to be looking at the money line. We're looking at props here. Prepelec fought in a debut, got submitted by Benoit Saint Denis. Dober, we know he's an absolute freak, a dog. I think Dober can win this by KO. I mean, I probably said by submission, but Dober by KO feels more right because he is just a savage and he loves to brawl. We've seen him fight guys like Gene Silva, get his ass whooped because it's Gene Silva. But Drew Dober, he'll live and die by his sword. We know him to be a striker. We know him to be in your face, walking you down even if he's getting blitzed and getting his face beat off. Yeah, I think Drew Dober by KO would be my play here.
Yeah, I like it. I
Or
don't
if you're on the side of
know.
maybe Prepelec being because he does have a pretty decent record. If you just want to play fight doesn't go to decision, I mean no harm no foul because yeah, Dober does seem pretty low confident even at minus 530 because he's on a 3-fight losing streak. Who know if it's because he's washed? Who know if it's just because of the strength of schedule because he has been fighting solid dudes. But yeah, I trust Dober in this spot for sure. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. I think Dober could get it done either way, submission or knockout. Hopefully. I mean, minus 500 as the favorite. You
Yeah,
gotta you gotta be looking for some type of finish here, especially coming off of two finished losses. So I think I think Drew Dober could get it done inside the distance.
yeah, 100%. Let's see. Next fight, Danny Barlow. Oops, sorry. Danny Barlow versus DeJordan Santos. My pick was on DeJordan Santos money line. Uh, like I said, I wasn't gonna make a pick until I saw the weigh-in. So if I didn't want to play his money line, what I would probably do instead is just play a fight not going the distance. And it's minus 200, and I think that's very spot on because like we talked about, Danny Barlow is a KO artist. Um, and DeJordan Santos, he has a lot of finishes on his record. But he has been to decision, I think, a few times. Let's see. Yeah, three decisions, but he has 7 by finish. So it feels like a spot where this totally plays out either way. I think the Jordan Santos, kind of, if it does go the distance, it's because the Jordan Santos totally just drags it out and has a lot of control time on the ground. Um, and Danny Barlow survives any of the submission attempts on the ground. Stays on the feet. I trust Danny Barlow's hands. Jordan Santos, I don't know. I mean, he could mix it up, but I think he plays this out a lot better on the ground. So yeah, I would just say fight doesn't go to the decision. The over under is at 2.5 rounds. If you want to try and cut the price a little more, sweat out, 2.5 minutes, take the under 2.5. Yeah, I'd probably take the under 2.5 here, to be honest. That's actually probably where I'd be leaning more on. Like this fight's probably gonna be done and dusted in the first round.
Yeah, I got Jordan Santos. I like him as a pretty good underdog here, especially against Barlow, who's coming up a weight class. Got chin checked his last fight. Who knows the type of power that Barlow can transition moving up a weight class. I mean, maybe he'll get stronger.
Yeah,
Who knows though?
yeah. Right now, the odds for a Barlow TKO is plus 130. The odds for a Santos decision plus 260. A Barlow sub. Where's a Barlow sub at? 850. So yeah, I mean, oh wait, that's Barlow sub. I want Santos sub. Santos subs plus 1200. What's Santos KO plus 700? Yeah, I mean they totally just think he's gonna just dust Buddy on the feet. I mean, plus 130 when everything else is sitting plus 500 and up. Um, yeah, Santos decision. I don't think I saw it. Did I? I think I keep looking at Barlow. Anyway,
Yeah, I'm liking Santos spread money line.
yeah, plus 3.5 would be solid. Next fight, Bruno Silva, Hyun Park. It's Hyun Park all day. Over unders at 2.5. Um, and they're kind of thinking it's gonna go over more than under. I don't think so. I mean, Hyun Park is a savage. Bruno Silva seems kind of checked out. Hyun Park just fought not too long ago against Tyra. He took that fight on a short notice because they needed a fill in. Now he's coming back and fighting here. Yeah, I think
I mean,
I think it's Hyun Park.
to be fair, um, Bruno Silva is kind of a tank. I mean, Joshua Van and Kopp both knocked him out in the third round.
Yeah.
So, but if Park can wrap his ass up and get him to the ground and just choke him out,
Mhm.
yeah, that shit's getting done real early.
Yeah,
Park is
100%.
way too fast. So,
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, as far as props for this fight, Hyun Park he has quite a few wins by submission. Let's look real quick. But he also has almost as many KOs. And like we just talked about, Bruno Silva has been knocked out in his last two against Miguel Kopp and Van. So, if his chin's that compromised, that fight was back on June 7th against Joshua Van. Joshua Van, he's not much of a power striker. He's kind of a kill you with volume kind of striker. Miguel Kopp, definitely more of a power puncher. But yeah, I mean round 3, geez. Yeah, I think Hyun Park, he's gonna be that guy that can definitely take this fight anywhere. He has strong wrestling. Obviously, you watch the Tyra fight, he got out wrestled, out smoked. He just got smoked on the ground, but because Tyra is like an elite wrestler, and he also gets a lot of submission wins. But Hyun Park, I trust more in here in this spot against Bruno Silva, especially a Bruno Silva that is 35 when Hyun Park is not even 30 yet. Yeah, I think Hyun Park inside the distance is totally a play here. He's definitely capable of getting a KO. Park by KO plus 390. Park by sub plus 300. Yeah, there's no way there's no way. I mean, inside distance got to be plus money then, right? If those are yeah, plus 110 plus 133. That's got to be the play 100%. do you think?
Yeah, no, dude.
You're right
I
there.
got. Nah, man, I'm right there with
All
you.
right. Next fight. This is the featured prelim again. Charles Jourdain versus Davey Grant. I'm on the side of Charles Jourdain. His path to victory is either decision or submission. He did say in his media day that he would jump Gilly on Davey Grant. Whether or not that's true or whether or not that's going to be happening, who knows? But we do know Charles Jourdain is kind of he's a black belt in jiu-jitsu. So we know his grappling credentials are pretty solid. Um, just for the hell of it, I would sprinkle on Jourdain by sub, especially at plus 700 against Grant, who has been submitted, I think 3 times or 4 times in his career. I will note he hasn't been submitted since 2018. Grant is just kind of an unorthodox striker, and he kind of throws you off balance a bit with his awkward striking. But I trust Jourdain in this spot.
I mean, yeah, it is real iffy looking at this because, like, yeah, you go and rewatch our Tuesday video, Davy Grant, and he just wins fights that he shouldn't win. But nah, I got confidence in Charles Jourdain winning this fight. Especially fighting at home here. So I got Charles Jourdain. A submission would be crazy. Um, but I'm feeling like a Jourdain decision.
Yeah,
I think Grant just a little too crafty.
yeah, he's definitely a savvy vet. He's 40 years old. He knows the ins and outs of the sport. Jourdain,
100.
Jourdain decisions even plus money. I just think Jourdain gets it done no matter what. I think the way he can grapple kind of makes me believe in his side a bit more of being able to kind of control where this fight ends up. I just don't think he's gonna want to stay on the feet with Davy Grant because Davy Grant, like I said, is kind of an awkward striker, and he gives fits for sure the way he fights. Yeah. So let's move on. Open up the main card. Kyle Nelson, Matt Frivola. I've been on the side of Matt Frivola. And the only way you can play this, I mean, this fight's not going the distance, 100%. I mean, I'm playing Matt Frivola KO plus 230. You're probably playing fucking Kyle Nelson KO at 230. So I mean, that's kind of the spots in this fight is just like who's gonna find the other's chin quicker.
And all honestly, if you missed the Tuesday video, the reason why I'm going with Kyle Nelson is because, yeah, I truly believe this fight can go either way. But
Mm.
at the same time, I'm going with a dude who
Home
is
dog,
fighting at home.
the
He's
home
fighting at
dog.
home,
He's
and
getting close. The odds are about to flip. They're getting close to flipping.
I, they are getting pretty close to flipping. What was his underdog? Where was he at start of the week?
110.
Yeah, I mean, it hasn't gone down too much,
Yeah, but it's getting
but I
close.
mean, it is getting close. I mean, still though, it's damn near a pick 'em fight at this point.
Yeah, the over under at 1.5. That's kind of a question mark. I feel like I don't know. I kind of like the under in this. I think both these guys can start hot,
Oh, for sure. Um,
but over on
I don't
over unders are really weird. They're always super hard to predict. I feel like so I kind of just like playing the prop versus the round prop sometimes. Sometimes if I feel like it's at an advantage, like if this said over under 2.5, like here you see the over under 2.5, and these are all sportsbook dependent by the way. So this whatever sportsbook this is, I think this is FanDuel is playing it at 1.5. These other ones, which are like Unibet, I think, or yeah, Unibet and Bet Rivers and Betway. These ones played at the 2.5 line. I would play the under 2.5. You can also alt this, by the way, so you don't have to play it at 1.5. You can go into the fight line and take an alt over under because I would definitely play under 2.5. Over under 1.5. I feel like that's going to play pretty close, or it can. Um, so yeah, I mean, fight not going the distance at minus 230, almost near the same price as under 2.5. So yeah, I mean, yeah, the way I'm playing it, yeah, I'm just going to take Frivola by KO.
yeah. Nelson KO, Nelson money line,
Yeah,
fight not going this week.
simultaneous knockout.
Yeah.
Next one, Cody Gibson, Arclang, Arkilang. I'm so sorry. I don't know how to fucking say it. Versus the other guy, Cody Gibson has been my pick here. I'm just gonna take Cody Gibson by decision. Um, I mean, this fight worries me a little bit too. I mean, I just like looking at Cody Gibson's record. He's 3-6 in the UFC. He's 38. He doesn't have very many ways to finish a fight, but he knows how to win if he has to, or if he even fucking can. I just trust him in this spot. He has some decent wrestling. I think he's gonna ride a lot of control time. He's gonna probably just try and outpoint Aracling here. Um, yeah, Gibson by decision. I get past it, didn't I? Gibson by decision plus 165. Gibson by sub plus 500. Gibson by KO plus 600. So yeah, I mean they kind of agree with me here. The lines kind of suggest that Gibson by decision is the most likely outcome. Over under 2.5. The over is heavily favored. Um, yeah, I think this goes the distance. So if you don't want to play the over under, just say fight goes to a decision, yes. Or if you're pretty confident in one side or the other, just take a decision. Like I'm confident in the Gibson by decision side, so I play 165.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a Cody Gibson decision.
Yeah. Next one. It's a big fight here. Jasmine Jasavicius versus Manon Fiorot. I'm on the side of Jasmine Jasavicius. I'd probably just take her money line, or I would take her plus 3.5, unless for some reason she's at like 5.5, which I would be fucking shocked because she is more than live to win a round. This is the 3-round bout. Um, yeah, Jasmine spread. They don't show the spread on this website, but that'd probably be my play plus 3.5 because if she wins a round, and all the judges kind of agree with that, like 29-28, and it's inside that 3.5, she wins, or you win on that pick. Um, the over under 2.5. Yeah, I think this fight's very live to go to a decision. Um, I kind of talked about Jazavicius sub, but I think a decision is probably the most likely outcome, and I think Jazavicius will win a decision. Um, at plus 340.
I'm gonna I'm gonna say it again, just like I did with the Jourdain fight. If Jazzy gets a sub win here, Rogers Arena is fucking exploding, bro.
Yeah,
That's gonna be wild.
yeah, that might be a fun little prop. Take two of Canadians to Canada's like best submission guys, Jourdain and Jasmine.
That'd
I
be
think I'm gonna put that on the whiteboard where we'll be next. Um, yeah, I think those are great plays. Next fight, could he
yeah.
get? Oh wait,
Oh,
oh they just have it out hella out of nowhere. Uh, Marlon Vera and Eamon Zahabi, Cheeto Vera. Over under is fucking minus 370, dude. Holy shit. Wow. They think Zahabi's about to just hug fuck buddy all the way through 3 rounds. Don't they? Let's see. Zahabi by decision plus 110. Vera by decision plus 250. See, yeah, I mean these guys both can play to a decision a lot of the time. I trust the side of Cheeto Vera because he has the 5-round experience and we know he is a slow starter. Um, and when he does get going, he is very hard to figure out. Unless you are just an absolute like striking ace, you know, you're crafty like Sean O'Malley was. Zahabi is he's kind of just a more like hug and grind you out. It's very boring to watch. Watching him fight Jose Aldo was kind of that way. And he couldn't really even get Jose Aldo on the ground because Jose Aldo has some of the better takedown defense in the division. He's retired now, so it's kind of irrelevant now. But uh, yeah, I think I'm on the side of Vera by decision here. I think you know he might lose the first round, which is okay. Um, but then I trust him to you know bounce back and win at least one, if not 2 rounds. Vera spread is also a very live play here at plus 3.5. I mean he's 32 years old. There's no way I see this dude getting 30-27 after you know fighting the top dogs in this division. Um, that's probably gonna be sitting probably around minus 200 though. That's probably gonna be super juiced for a Vera spread. So yeah, I think I'll just take my shot on Cheeto Vera here and take him by decision.
if you are able to get your hands on a double method play, I think a solid play, Cheeto Vera by decision, and a possible knockout finish as well. I don't know
Yeah,
why. I don't know why. It's just kind of just kind of floating around in the back of my head, I really do see a Cheeto finish
I would love to see
every round
finishes,
3.
man. I don't want to see a decision card, especially live. Especially when we saw Seattle live, we were kind of spoiled on the Seattle card.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't want to come in here and watch this news fest, man. We just saw the merch. The merch looks kind of mid, in my opinion. Um,
yeah.
but
One quickly,
I'll be rocking the gear. I'll buy the gear just
yeah,
because you're there. You got to appreciate it when you're there.
yeah.
Maybe I didn't see everything online. Everything online looked kind of crazy. Um, they
See,
had they
yeah,
had a cool looking jersey.
yeah, the jersey looked pretty cool. See, like, it's a hockey jersey, and, I get that. We're in Vancouver, we're in
Yeah,
Canada, and, like,
yeah,
they have a couple other Vancouver shirts, with the maple leaf, but
and the
it's
Canucks.
more it's more like those pieces, like, the hockey jersey is a hockey jersey. The shirts, they have UFC on them, but, yeah, then the Canucks sweaters, I mean, those are
That's pretty
cool.
lame. It's not
Those are
UFC
cool, but
related
yeah,
though.
those are lame. I mean, like, regardless if they're fighting in the Canucks arena, whatever, the Rogers Arena, that's where the Canucks play. I don't give a fuck. This is a UFC event. I want UFC merch. I don't want a UFC hoodie that has Canucks on it as well and a giant fucking hockey puck on the back.
100%.
You know? So like that, I don't like if you guys see them, there's this black T-shirt that has, like, UFC Vancouver and the date all in, like, kinda, like, blue lettering, and it's a
Yeah,
black T-shirt. Bro, slap that on a hoodie.
yeah, for
That
real.
that that was clean. That was a clean shirt, but
Yeah,
we're kinda getting off track here.
yeah, you're good. You're good. All right. So yeah, I think Cheeto Vera KO is very live and Cheeto Vera decisions live. Zahabi by decision just feels like a square answer here. I don't think Zahabi has the skill set outside of being a big point fighter. He does. I mean, he does have finishes on his record, but he's not going to finish it at Cheeto Vera. Cheeto Vera is notorious for having a crazy chin. He ate a fucking front kick to the mouth and he just ate it. Um, and he got cracked by Sean O'Malley in the championship fight. I mean, yeah, I just don't
That
see.
that knee
Yeah,
that knee
or
that he
that's what I think.
ate
It was a
so
knee. It
bad.
was a knee to the mouth, dude. You could hear.
Yeah.
You could hear it. It sounded like a baseball bat fucking just cracked his head. So yeah, let's move on real quick before we get stuck here. Co-main event, we got Kevin Holland, Mike Malott. I'm on the Kevin Holland side. I think Kevin Holland can get it done by submission. I think he can get it done by KO. I just don't think this fight's going to distance. I think Mike Malott being the hometown kid, the one the guy that is kind of looking to be the superstar coming out of Canada. Or they're trying to paint him to be a big star, and I think that's why he's in the co-main and not the women's fight. Uh, yeah, I think Kevin Holland's gonna play upset here in Canada, and I think he's gonna get the win inside the distance. Plus one
Yeah,
plus 163 right now.
that'd be that'd be pretty nuts to see. Um,
Kevin Holland has sold me so much coin. He's such a hard fighter to predict. I feel like I'm always fading him at the wrong times, or I'm playing him at the wrong times.
yeah.
Because I think I took him against RDR, and RDR shit on him bad.
See, like, this is the thing with Holland, though, like, he's really off and on, especially after his run back in COVID era.
Yeah,
Um, Ever since then, he's been real off and on. But to be fair, look at some of the dudes he's been fighting. I mean, his last fight, Daniel Rodriguez, and that don't count compared to all of his other
yeah,
losses.
that was fake.
RDR, Delize, MVP, JDM, Stephen Thompson, Hamzat Chimaev, who's the current champion, and JDM, who's the current welterweight champ. I mean, it just, like I said, like I've been talking about, it just depends on what type of Kevin Holland we get here. And if we get a Kevin Holland who is looking for a little bit of a comeback off of that fight that he honestly should have won against D-Rod, I think Kevin Holland will knock out Mike Malott here. But
Yeah.
but I do think
Ow.
Mike Malott has a chance. I do believe Mike Malott has a chance here for a finish.
Another
I
thing.
really do believe
Another
that.
thing I want to bring up here is I didn't realize it. Kevin Holland's activity this year, he's on another 2020 kind of run, dude. Look at this.
I think if he fights one more time after this, which he's
He talked
planning
about
to
he wants
do,
to.
yeah, he wants to. I
I think
think
I
that
think I
would
think the only way he
be
does that is if he wins. You're not getting what you asked for
yeah.
off of a loss. You
Yeah,
gotta win.
100.
You gotta win if you're gonna be in Dana White's pocket like that.
Yeah.
Um, but
But
yeah,
I
look at
will
that, dude.
say
That's
this
insane.
though. I think if he does one more fight after this, I think that's like a record.
Yeah, I mean, Marab's about to set a record too,
Yeah,
for
for
title
how
defenses
many?
in a year.
Yeah.
So yeah, all right. Next fight, the main event: Brendan Allen, Rainer Dervitter. So yeah, Rainer Dervitter. I'm on the side of Rainer Dervitter here, 100%. Uh, I don't see a decision happening. I think. Oh, I think the under. Wow, whoa, they have it at 2.5 in a 5-round fight, bro. Okay, that's kind of crazy. Uh, because we just saw him go to war with Whitaker, bro. But that's Whitaker. This is Brendan Allen. Um,
That's what I'm saying.
hmm. I don't know. Like I said, I don't like playing over under unless I think it's like an obvious one. Over under 2.5
Nah,
is playing it
nah,
kind of
bro, nah,
crazy.
nah, 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 nah. RDR's gonna fucking walk in there, bro, and he's gonna be looking to kill Allen.
He's got a
Like,
pre. Well, yeah, it's his. It's kind of his shot at the title after this, and only way he gets that is with like a significant win. I just won't play the over under. What I would play is um fight doesn't start round 4, or fight doesn't start
oh,
round 5.
that's not that bad of a price.
Yeah, minus 130. That's not bad. That's probably where I would play it, or I would just let my nuts hang and take an actual fucking player prop here. Ritter by sub plus 230. Ritter by KO. I don't know. We've seen him
I
strike.
like, I like.
We've seen him strike with some decent strikers. He struck with Martin Vittori, who fought for the belt what, twice, once, and got his ass beat. But he's
You're
also
talking about Allen.
yeah. I like the Ritter sub price here. Ritter is an elite jiu-jitsu guy. Allen, he's great. I wouldn't say he's very elite. I think he's just gonna show him levels, dude.
I'm really liking that RDR KO here. I mean,
No,
those those
no.
those 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 body shots, those knees up the middle, just straight to your
Hey,
gut.
if you want to just play this Raider inside distance, it's plus money still.
Like, yeah, I mean, yeah,
You can't go
plus.
wrong with plus chicken, dude. Yeah. So that's it for the live bets. So we're gonna head over to the whiteboard now, and we're gonna talk about our picks. So Z, I'll let you start it off. I have to.
Not this time. You go first.
Okay, well I gotta pull up my picks real quick
All
because
right,
because
I'll
I
first.
don't have it written down in front of me. So give me 1 second. That's my food. So far I only have 2 picks. I'm gonna drop more later, so I'll kind of give you guys an idea on what I'll play. I'll talk about it in the video, and that kind of will be my reminder to play those. I'll write them down as well. But what I have right now is just the money lines for the prelim picks and the money lines for the main card picks, as well as an over under that I think was at a decent price. So my prelim ticket, I had Melissa Croden, I have Ozma Bekayev, I have Stephanie Luciano, I have Drew Dober, I have the under 2.5 and the Barlow to Jordan Santos fight. I have Hyun Sung Park, and I have Charles Jourdain. I threw $10 on it. $10 wins you 145. So $10 is 1 unit. That's how we play it. Um, so 1 unit wins you 14 units.
Nice,
Uh,
nice.
yeah, and then my main card is Matt Frivola, Cody Gibson, Jasmine Jazavicius, Marlon Vera, Kevin Holland, and Rainer de Ritter. So 1 unit wins you 56 units, $561 off of $10. Those are the ones I have currently played. Um, and yeah, I'll let you read off yours real quick, Z, so I can write down some of the other plays I like. I'm gonna pull up these live odds real quick and just look over some shit. So just give a few of your picks real quick.
I haven't put any of these in yet, so
Okay.
I'm not sure how the odds are looking. But I mean, we could always, I mean, for a couple of them, kind of pair them up on the odds website. maybe not. That's too much work. But anyways,
I can do it here. Let me go back to that real quick, and then we can just do it live on here.
so
What do you want to play?
this I call this my maple syrup parlay.
That's what you were telling me about earlier.
This is
Fuck.
my maple syrup parlay.
All
Give
right,
me Melissa Croden,
Crowden.
Charles Jourdain, and Jazzy Moneyline.
Looking at plus 729. So one unit would win you 7 units
Like
as
that,
well.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah.
That's
So 10 to 70 basically.
hey, but see, yeah,
72.90, whatever.
yeah, I honestly feel pretty confident in that.
That's fucking
I'm
funny.
probably gonna be slapping like 2 units on that.
Yeah, it's a
Uh,
good play. Jasmine will also be the
another,
sweat.
yeah, yeah, and it would be the last leg. Um, another parlay that I am pretty confident in as well. This is my personal lock it fucking parlay, lock it and just fucking forget about it because it's gonna hit. Um, Jazzy money line, RDR money line, uh, Park money line, and Hazamat KO or sub if they do have that double play.
It would just be inside distance. When
Or
inside
yeah, you could
distance.
just do inside distance.
So one unit would win you 10 units.
$100.
Yeah, 100 Dabra.
Not too bad, not
Yeah,
too
yeah,
bad.
good cash money.
Yeah, that
Um,
honestly, in my opinion, I like that's one thing I like to do for a lot of events is I'll make like a short 3 leg, 4 leg parlay of just 4 3 legs that I am just super confident in.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, and I think I have an idea for how I'm going to do this going forward. Z, I think we're going to stick. I think we're going to get rid of the whiteboard, or we're going to kind of simplify the whiteboard, and we're going to put it at the end of the video, and it'll just be a full list of our parlays. Uh,
that we kind of made up right here.
yeah, yeah, and then we'll just do it here. We'll do a live, put it together, and then at the end, I'll compile all the stuff and write them down.
Yep,
So that way we can just play it that way. It'll be easier to follow along with instead of having to jump back and forth into videos and stuff.
yep.
Um.
And I got one more.
Oh yeah,
One
go ahead. Go
one
ahead.
one another thing I like to do is like honestly, if you're a gambler, you kind of like to just do shit just fucking
Throw
quick.
shit at the wall and see what sticks.
Just yeah, just try to fucking snipe something real quick, or just try to fucking pull your fucking dick and balls out and just see whose is bigger just for 1 second. You know what I mean? So I like to throw some money on the first 3 fights. Um,
Get a quick
give me
win.
yeah, give me Croden money line, Hazamat inside the distance, and
One
I'm gonna
sec. One
fucking
sec. One
wing it.
sec. One sec. All right.
I'm gonna wing. I'm gonna wing it on this third
You're
one.
gonna wank it, dude.
Oliveira and Luciano fight. Not going the distance.
So one unit wins you 8 units. 87.30.
I mean,
Hey, a win's a win, bro.
come on.
That's money for
Hey,
down the road. That's money towards your ladder bet.
hey,
That
I'm
that's
just
that's
being.
another thing we like to do. That we it's
That
kind
is,
of more
that
of a
is
recent thing. We just started doing it on a few cards back, but we'll kind of like start with like 2 units, and we'll just throw it on like our most confident play. And what we'll do is kind of just take what a percentage of it and kind of just roll it over. We'll kind of pocket some of it so that way we're guaranteed to get some money back on it. And it kind of just snowballs. It's not every fight. We won't do it every fight. We'll kind of just snipe very high confidence picks. We're talking like, 60+% that we're like, yeah, this is for sure gonna happen. Um,
okay. Since we brought that up, though, I'm not gonna lie. We did go and watch UFC Brazil, and I had sniped Juliana Polistri. I don't know how to say her last name.
yeah, Yulia Pilastri
Yeah, Julia Polastri. Her knockout was plus 900.
and Z sniped it.
We sniped it.
He
Sniped that
yeah.
shit.
He Chris
That was
Kyled
the
it
start.
hard.
That was the start of the ladder play, but Vitor Petrino kind of killed it because he couldn't get that finish in round 1 and 2.
Yeah, and neither could Joel Alvarez, even though he did. He knocked him out twice.
Yeah,
Yeah. That one was fake as fuck, bro. I hate that shit. Anyway, we didn't have a video out for that week, so anything we say about that doesn't
Hey,
matter.
Tom, hold on. I will say this real quick. If that fight was in America, or if there was any other referee in that octagon at that time, that fight would have been stopped.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing that's the other thing that I want to kind of build off of. It's kind of tough watching some of these fights that are in places that have language barriers or have um
Based bias
they
judging.
use a lot of their own refs. We kind of had that in the Paris card. I don't remember Paris really having a problem with it, but Brazil definitely has a problem with it. Brazil had some terrible refing.
Abu
Um,
Dhabi.
yeah, Abu Dhabi as well. That has a lot of bias. Feels like the judges are just absolute fucking bias freaks whenever it's in like Saudi or just anywhere over there. Like it's not as bad in UFC as it is PFL. PFL is like it's like they don't even care. They don't, it's like they're
Oh,
not
they don't give a
it's like they're not
fuck.
even watching it, bro. They're just straight up like, oh, that he's one of ours. Oh, bet 30-27, 50-45, whatever it is, dog. That's all him. Yeah, it's crazy. But back to this. All right. Let me build a pick for you guys. So I like to do a cycle parlay. Shout out Matty Betts. He's the guy who kind of made this a big thing for betters. It's one of those trendy
Oh,
bets.
oh, another thing too is shout out Jay Singh on X. Shout out Jay Singh for X for the ladder play
Yeah, he's the one who we got that idea from as well. Seems like a pretty simple idea, but sometimes you get your inspiration from places you don't think you'd get it, and that was one of
for
them.
sure.
Let's see. Cycle parlay. Let me cook real quick. I'd probably do a Canadian cycle parlay. So let's get on this. Let's go. Let's go. Jordan by decision. So Jordan by decision. Okay. And let's go. Let's go. Jasmine by sub. I might flip this actually. Yeah, let me flip this real quick. I think I have the other. I think I want to play this the other way around. So sorry, we'll backtrack a bit. We'll go Jordan by sub. Oh, I gotta unclick the decision. Jordan by decision. Where's that? There we go. By sub. We go Jasmine. Okay, by sub or decision. Sorry, jeez, I keep saying it. By decision, and then we'll go. Who's another Canadian fighter on here? Is Dover Canadian? He's American, right? He's out of
Nah,
he's out of
Colorado.
yeah, so he's out of Colorado, right? Let's find one.
Michael Mateo.
Let's find one we like. No, because I'm on the side of Holland, bro. I don't want to switch shit up. But I'm not on the side of the hobby either. Fuck. Well, Brendan Allen. I don't know. I feel like anyone else I take, I'm just kind of taking shit at the wall.
Kyle Nelson KO. Pick flip, pick flip, pick flip.
Do it now. Ah, fuck. All right. Well, I got to do something here. Uh, Brendan Allen is representing Canada. Let's go. Let's just get on the Mike Malott shit, bro. Because like I said, fucking Kevin Holland has been losing me so much coin. I'll pick flip here. So we'll not pick flip, but I'll play just because I'm doing a Canada parlay. Yeah, no shit talk here, boy. We'll go Mike Malott by KO. So one unit wins you 196 units.
Speaking in your ear.
Yeah, hey, the voice is on my shoulder. Um, yeah. Another play I like. I also like to take a few underdogs. There's always dogs on a card, bro. And you just got to find the right ones. So dogs I like. If you want to stack them together, you can. It was mostly crowd and cheese, no longer underdog. So let's see who's an underdog I like. The Jordan Santos. Uh, Davy Grant is very alive as always. Kyle Nelson, if we are going to play Kyle
Oh,
Nelson.
Kyle Nelson. Mm-hmm.
Jasmine, of course. Tito, for sure.
Brendan Allen.
Fuck. Kevin Holland. So one unit wins you 202. Would I play that? Maybe I probably wouldn't take all those underdogs. If I did it myself, I probably would keep DeJordan Santos off of it. Um, and then rock with those guys. I'd rock with those five. So one unit wins you 57 units. I like that play.
Nice.
So I'll make sure I show it just so I can write it down for the whiteboard at the end. All right. Let's see. Any other plays you like, Z, that we want to throw up here real quick?
I got a cycle parlay as well.
Okay.
Um, my submission play, or no, first of all, my KO play because he fights before him.
Okay.
It's Hazamat KO.
All right. That was my KO.
Pick
Echoed by
Hazamat
KO.
KO, and then Park submission,
Park, sub. Park. Sub.
and then give me Jazzy decision.
Jazzy. Hooray, hooray.
I think that's pretty solid, bro.
So one unit wins you 67 units. 6-7.
Actually, no. 10 units, or no, yeah, 1 unit would win me 675 units pretty much.
Which is 10 times 67.
Oh yeah, 6.5. Oh, oh, oh.
Ooh. All right. Okay. So let me show that as Z cycle.
Z, you're a fucking
Yeah.
dumbass.
This is why you're degenerate and not a school math teacher. Yeah.
Now I see what you were talking about when you slid up on my story.
Whoop. Let's see. What's other plays I like here? If you just want to if you want, I saw this guy on Twitter do this, and it can either be a really great profit returner or you'll just absolutely hose yourself if that person loses. But he did this thing called an anchor parlay. So you find a fighter at decent value. So like I'd probably say Hyunsung Park, right? And you would do a 2-man, and you would just take Hyunsung Park, and you would just go, Hyunsung Park and Drew Dober minus 157. So I would throw like 1.2 units on it or some shit. Returns decent profit. I would keep Hyunsung Park instead of Drew Dober. Maybe I would do Azamat minus 122 there. It's kind of playing it like a single price, but you're 2-manning it at decent value. Who else?
Do Croden real quick.
Uh, you
Oh,
know,
Park and Croden.
you do Park and Croden plus 144. It's plus money. That's a great play. You could do Hyunsung and Gibson. I probably wouldn't do Gibson. I don't trust Gibson enough to want to play him in more than probably one play, which would be the
Park and
prelim play. Let's do Jasmine. Jasmine is great money. I would probably play half a unit there if you are trying to play cheap price and you just want return. I'll play half unit because it's such a tall plus. That's 3 units right there. If you wanted to do Hyunsung and Vera, I would be confident playing a unit here, even at plus almost 2-unit return. And then Rainer plus 103. Yeah, that I think I'm gonna follow it. It was Clint McLean on Twitter was who I got the idea from, and I think I'm gonna start doing that because that looks like a fun way to kind of hammer off some wins there.
Yeah, that's pretty solid.
Yeah, it's called an anchor parlay, is what he calls it. So I will use that. I'm not sure if he released anything yet. I didn't see it. I just saw that anchor parlay. He did it with Patchy Mix. Patchy Mix was his guy.
I remember
Oh,
seeing that.
yeah, fuck, bro. That was funny. That's tough.
I have a couple other plays.
Okay.
Um, Here's a little bit of a early degenerate play.
It's gonna be
For some of you
early
guys,
in the card.
yeah, some of you guys who want to make some big money.
Big cash money.
Croden KO.
No, I'm not doing it.
Santos KO.
Santos. Oh, Jordan.
Yeah, to Jordan Santos.
Okay.
Young Sung Park submission.
Yeah, all these fights are going decision, Z.
Drew Dober by knockout.
Chewed over by death touch. Dober knockout. 382 units. Yee. So 3,800 $3,820.40.
Look at it this way: $100,
That's a nice steak
38,
dinner.
$38,000
$3,800.
on $100 parlay.
Oh, $100 probably. Yes, 38,000.
Yeah,
Peace. That's a steak dinner.
that's multiple steak dinners.
That's one. That's one nice steak dinner.
Hey, I mean, that's. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I like doing those four-leg violence parlays because honestly, that's what that's what that's what was my first ticket. That was my first ticket that I ever hit. It was a four-leg parlay, and I had
Yeah.
four fighters all by knockout or just all by finish.
Yeah. My highest return is
And
always I think my highest return tickets or like my most like consistent tickets have been when I do those prelim tickets, but I'll play spreads. I would show you guys spreads on here. I don't even know what the odds are on spreads right now. They probably won't even drop until probably like Thursday or Friday. We're recording this on Wednesday right now. So I wouldn't be able to tell you guys how the hell to do it. But I kind of just say it for the video, how I probably would do it and probably how I will do it. If I did play a spread ticket, I'd go Melissa Croden -3.5. I'd go Bekaev -3.5, 100%. I'd probably go Ravenna Oliveira +3.5. I'd go Dober -3.5. I'd go DeJordan Santos +3.5. Youngsung Park -3.5. I'd fuck because if Jordan doesn't get the finish, Davy Grant. I mean, I think that fight's win decision either way. So I think Davy Grant +3.5 is live there. Uh, this is the one that I probably wouldn't play a spread on. I would just say fight doesn't go the distance. I would say Cody Gibson or I'd say Our Clang +3.5. I think he can get around. Oh wait, sorry, that's too far ahead. Cutoff would be at Davy Grant and Jordan. That's the end of the prelim ticket. Main card spreads. If I did main card spreads, again, I would just say fight doesn't go to decision. I would say Cody Gibson or Arthlang +3.5. I would say Jasmine +3.5. I would say Cheeto +3.5. I would say Mike Malott plus 3 and or actually, how would they do the spread there? They probably have Kevin Holland on the spread. I would probably say fight to start round 2. I can show you that on here. That one's on here for sure. Fight starts round 2 -280. That's a good parlay piece leg. -280 is good. And then I would say Randy Ritter -5.5. I'm guessing that's probably what he's gonna be priced at -5.5. So those are how I would play the tickets. Those usually are my most successful tickets when I do play them that way. Because some of the fights do play out pretty close. And I see I don't know what the record is if you look at like underdogs versus favorites. I'm sure it's obviously still favorites by a lot. But if you look at decisions, I'm sure the underdogs are pretty close on a lot of those fights. So, I think the plus holds a lot better value than the minus on spreads. That's just my 2 cents on it. I could be totally wrong and talking out of my ass, but I feel like, when you see underdogs in close lines like this, when both guys have finishing ability, I think it's smarter to play on the guy with the closer to plus odds. Because those usually end up being the fights that play out to a decision when you least expect it. But yeah, I think
I
that
was I was thinking about that earlier too. The Mike Malott Kevin Holland fight,
it could totally be a decision.
100%. I mean,
Yeah,
unfortunately, as much as I hate to say that,
yeah,
a lot of these fights where we see them and we're like, okay, this shouldn't,
banger.
yeah, this shouldn't even touch the
Herrera
pay per.
Uncle Live. The first time,
Yeah, the first time.
yeah. Second time,
But I
obviously
mean,
not.
shit.
Second time, he killed him.
You got any more tickets?
No, I think I'm good right now. Um,
I got a couple more that I'll share with you guys.
yeah,
Um, one of like a main card play.
Mhm.
Um, the Nelson and Matt Frola fight, not going to decision.
All right, hold on. Let me pull it up here. Nelson Frivola, not fight, doesn't go to decision. Okay.
Yeah, and I can't. I was gonna do like Cody Gibson spread, but honestly, just throw Cody Gibson money line on there, just to, I don't know, kind of get an idea.
All right.
Um, and then Jazzy money line, Cheeto money line, and RDR money line.
Wins you 19 units. $194.40 off of a $10 wager.
That's pretty solid. Um,
Hell yeah.
Another one, if you want to change the RDR fight to, yeah, do RDR inside the distance.
RDR. I passed
It's right
it.
there.
No, right here.
Yeah, no.
No, it's not it.
Yeah,
All right.
RDR inside the distance. Cheeto by KO.
Cheeto. Cheeto by KO. See, that just rolls off the tongue nice. Cheeto by KO.
100% Jazzy money line. And yeah, the Kyle Nelson Matt Frola fight not going the distance again.
51 units.
Pretty nice.
Hell yeah. Good play right there. That's a good one. I like that one.
Pretty much all I got.
Nice. Yeah, that's it for me as well. Um, let's go back here. And yeah, that's it for our Friday episode, guys. We'll get the picks at the end. One sec. I gotta think of how I'll do this because that whiteboard's not gonna work because I gotta get rid of that line in the middle. But either way, that is for me to think about, not you guys to think about. Regardless, we appreciate you guys for sticking around. As always, much love. We appreciate you guys.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, we're trying hard to get you guys some quality content here. We're trying to speed things up, make these videos a little bit shorter for you guys. So that way, you guys are kind of in and out of here, and you feel pretty confident with whatever side you pick. So yeah, that'll be something we're gonna be working on down the road. Just kind of getting these videos a little bit shorter, a little bit quicker. Um, 'Cause yeah, we want to grow. We obviously do this because we want to make a name for ourselves with this kind of stuff. But we also want to bring you guys along with us. We have a Discord page that we're trying to grow, kind of make a community. We have TikTok, we have Twitter, we have Instagram, we have YouTube. That's obviously our main platform. That's where all our videos go.
Yeah.
TikTok, we've kind of been kind of underwhelming on that, to be honest. But we're gonna, once we shorten up our content and find a way to make this stuff cleaner, we're gonna be posting a lot more. We'll probably just only do the main card on there and kind of just take clips of each one, do a quick breakdown on it, and put a pick up there. Everything else is kind of just whenever we get on it, we'll post something here or there. But yeah, YouTube and TikTok will be our primary platforms, and everything else is kind of secondary. If you follow those, we appreciate you. Everything else, yeah, that's where you're gonna find us most of the time. Yeah, with that being said, guys, well, do you got anything else to say, Z? Or are you good?
I appreciate you guys. We appreciate you guys for
Always.
sticking around, sticking with us, and checking out our content.
Yeah.
Supporting our content. Like Joe was talking about, we do this for you guys, and thank you. We love you, and I hope you love us too.
Yeah. If somehow you do go to Vancouver and you do see us, say what's up. 100%.
100%.
We don't have any gear, so if you recognize us, then that's just gonna be the craziest thing. Merch would be something down the road once
Look,
if there ever was growth on this channel. So keep that in
look,
mind.
look for the 6 foot tall, thick man with the gorgeous caterpillar on his face.
And look for my bald wannabe Dagestani 5'2".
Oh, 5 foot
Get
two.
out!
I said you were 6 foot.
Yeah. No, but yeah, if you do see us and you recognize us somehow, that'd be cool. Come say what's up. Because yeah, we plan on going up to Vancouver Friday and staying up there until Sunday.
Oh
So
yeah,
yeah, we'll be there Saturday. Throwing back some drinks.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's it for this
Whatever you
video
want.
though. We appreciate you guys as always. So yeah, stick around. Sweat out some picks with us. Leave a comment on your picks. Leave a like again if you haven't already. And yeah, again, share this with some friends. Get our name out there. And yeah, we'll see you guys on
Thanks,
Tuesday.
guys.
We'll see you before Tuesday because we'll get a recap for you guys on this when we get back from Canada.
Yes,
But
sir.
but until then, stay cozy, and we'll see you on the next one.
Cozy.
Peace.